Hey, what up, Jackalites and Sharkheads? Welcome to Jackal and the Shark, episode 14. I'm Jackal. Today I'm joined by my red coat of a friend, the Shark.
The British are coming! Run! What's funny is the British are the least intimidating people, so no one would actually run
They're
anymore.
less intimidating than Canadians.
Canadian hockey players will beat you.
Oh, that's true.
British people will take you to Parliament.
But after the Canadian hockey players beat you, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, sorry, mate. So,
Sorry.
Hope I didn't hurt you there."
Get you some goose and toots, eh? Get you some poutine, eh? Yeah, you mentioned Canadians, so I had to say A at least 4 times.
Yeah, you have to.
All right. We asked Coachies what to talk about today.
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese. She said, why don't you guys talk about politics, considering the elections coming up?
It's next Tuesday, isn't it?
November 6th. What day is that?
I think that's next Tuesday.
Okay. Her advice was vote. Simple as
No.
that. Jackal, do you vote?
No, I do not vote.
Do you have any good reason to not vote?
Because it's a broken system, and
Do you think not voting is going to fix the broken system?
no, but I'd rather not be part of the broken system.
Do you complain about the broken system?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't just walk around complaining about it, but
Hey, convenience store manager. Hey, I don't like
Yes.
our congressman.
Hey, random guy on the street.
Well, did you vote for him? No, I guarantee I didn't vote for him.
No, yeah, just I don't want to be part of it. It gets broken, and nothing we do is gonna fix it. The only way we fix it is if we force some change. But the only way to force
violently.
change would be for everyone not to vote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an interesting concept. However, we can't coordinate enough for that to happen.
Well, yeah.
Ever.
I'm just saying, like,
It's just rough because when you don't vote, everyone else's vote matters that much more. You know what I mean? So let's say like 1,000 people vote versus 10 people.
yeah.
So you're 1/1000th or you're 1/10 of the vote.
I mean, that's kind of what we have with the presidential election.
Which is a joke.
Our votes don't matter. It's all
At
about
all.
those electoral college votes.
Isn't that the dumbest thing you ever heard?
It is.
It's like, oh, well, he won by the popular vote, but not the electoral college.
I'm pretty sure Hillary won by the popular vote, but she didn't win the electoral college.
Oh, Norm MacDonald made a funny joke about Hillary. He says, everybody hates Hillary so much that they elected someone they hate even more just to rub it in.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't vote for either of them.
Good.
And then people say, oh, you wasted your vote. And I'm like, hey, I'm not supporting either one of these people. What is it? Giant douche, and turd sandwich?
I think so. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Some from South Park.
Yeah. So it's completely pointless to vote for president because
Presidential election is null and void. However, how do you feel about these little state votes, amendments, and propositions?
I don't even know what any of them are. I
pulled up a
mostly of what I think about those is that they're used to hide other laws.
list. Okay.
And so then no one reads down far enough to read that.
All right. I have my notes for the show right here.
Uh-huh.
I wrote as a note, amendments with extra shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So
Because there was like, do you remember like SOPA or PIPA?
kind of, yeah.
It was where they were trying to like, and this is when we did that big internet blackout thing.
Yeah.
Everyone blacked out their Facebook pictures.
Mhm.
Like that's gonna do anything. I did it though. So apparently it was about like internet freedoms, and then they threw in something about like international trade.
Yeah.
They're entirely
They're
unrelated.
just trying to sneak things in there.
It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I think about amendments is they're just fronts for other things.
What was a good one? Because I did vote already, and I read the whole booklet Okay, what do I want to vote for? What do I want to vote against? What was a good one though? Oh, there was something about Oh, here you go. Congressional redistricting. So they said, "Oh, do you want to?" It was something like if a person gets at least $5,000 in campaign contributions,
Yeah.
they're running, not running mate, their opponent can have unlimited. What did I just say?
Donations.
Yeah, unlimited
Yeah.
pay in for votes. Campaign contributions. There you go.
Contributions.
So if one guy gets $5,000, their opponent can get as much as he can take.
That's fucking stupid.
And that's like at the bottom of an amendment. Like, who is in charge here? You guys we're trying to slip that by me?
Seriously, that's fucking stupid. Like, oh, you get $5,000, I get the rest. I get everything.
And I'm gonna say,
especially when elections aren't won by votes; they're won by money.
Which is
whoever has the most money is gonna win.
Impeccable. Go.
Who can buy the most votes? Yeah, there's another reason why I don't vote.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Plus, not a single one of these people is gonna do anything to change anything. They're just in it for themselves and to push their own agenda.
Speaking of in it for themselves, what I feel, these politicians, they're more so there for the career as opposed to doing anything.
Yeah.
So like this on this election, we're able to vote for some judges to stay. I mean, they're just local judges.
Yeah.
But some people were there for like 18 years. And I'm like, dude, okay. What do you think? You're tenured or something? I'm like, no, you're out. You can go be a judge somewhere else, or you can be a lawyer again.
Yeah.
But you're not going to sit on the bench for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So I voted you out. But I read the whole booklet on that. So they do surveys and stuff of like lawyers and like people in court, defendants, witnesses, all that stuff, on how they act in court and preparation and all that. I read through all that. And it took everything into account. And there was only like 2 people that like weren't like 10 out of 10. Oh, 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up.
No one cares about that. Like,
right.
Oh, sure. No one gives a shit about the judges.
But what's funny, I think that's a broken system too. Because everyone had 10 out of 10. But then it was like, oh, this person's only been there for 2 years. So they got like some bad marks.
Yeah.
And it's probably the people that are like going against the grain. They're the renegades. So everyone's like, oh, well, I don't like the way they work with us.
Yeah, so they get bad reviews.
They don't let me fuck around in court, so you get 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't play that game. Are you registered?
No. I think the last time I was registered to vote was in 2008.
Well, aren't you registered forever then?
No, I think you have to register every few years.
Oh. I registered once and
that
was it. Maybe like when you renew your license, they ask you.
Maybe. I guess I actually might still be registered because I get the voting ballots and all that.
Oh, so yeah.
I just don't know them. So.
Well, what's annoying is I've been getting text messages. Because when I registered, I was in college and I registered as a Democrat. And listen to this. Everybody listen closely. I was told I could not vote in the primary unless I selected either Democrat or Republican. I couldn't vote in the primary for our president.
But the primary's stupid.
Unless I picked one of those parties.
Yeah.
What? What if I'm undeclared? I can't vote? That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. I'm not sure if this is true. The lady at the DMV said this.
Probably not true. People at DMV are stupid.
Well, I've been getting these. Oh, that's true. That's true. I've been getting these text messages from, I forget what it's called, but they're a Democrat organization. And they say, hey, we hope you vote for Democrats across the board. Are you going to send in your vote, or are you going to go to a polling station, just to give you info on how to get there, when to go? Yeah.
Well, this is a stupid. I fucking hate the parties. You shouldn't vote based on a party.
Okay.
You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm a Democrat, I'm going to vote Democrat across the board, or vice versa for Republican. You should be voting for, what you think is best or what you actually believe in. Not, oh, that guy's a Democrat, I'm gonna vote for him.
That's exactly where my story was going.
Yeah.
So I responded in my text message. I said, "Can you please stop messaging me? There's no," because that was the second one.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is no way I'm voting for one party across the board for the fact alone that they are a member of that party.
Yeah.
I said I will vote for whose opinions and whose, causes I care about, and who took less money from cable and big pharma and big oil. I don't know. You just say big and it sounds bad.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's a proponent of small oil. I only like big oil.
That bastard.
Whale oil.
Yeah. I can't stand these political ads anymore because they're all, attacking each other. And half the shit that they're using to attack the other person is from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, that was like the Trump grab him by the pussy video.
Yeah.
That's from 10 years ago or like 13 years ago.
Yeah. It's like that. Why we...
Everyone's still hung up on that.
Yeah. Gotta find something to be bitch about.
The only thing I remember is that Jared Polis put money in offshore banks to avoid federal taxes.
Yeah. But then I also heard that he paid his federal taxes. So I'm like, you know what? That's why I'm not going to vote. Because somebody's lying. You both could be lying.
Oh, they're all lying.
Yeah. They're all, yeah.
I made a post on my personal Facebook that after you vote, you should be exempt from seeing those attack ads.
You should just be able to pick whether, like, I don't want to watch these ads. Take them off my air.
Oh, yeah, on Facebook, you can, say, report this ad. It's irrelevant to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just do that to every ad. I will not be advertised to. Oh, yeah, speaking of voting for one party because they're of that party. I read today that George Washington, in his, farewell speech, he cautioned against bipartisan politics, which is where we live. Bipartisan.
Yeah.
Geographic, denominations, kind of. I think it's how we have state governments.
Yeah.
Which I'm a fan of. I'm not a fan of one big federal government fucking everything up.
Yeah.
So individual states can screw themselves up, and then you move to the one that you like. And there was one more, but I forgot it.
Well, here's something that kind of along the lines of George Washington.
Okay.
Do you know why James Madison introduced the Electoral College?
No.
It's because he didn't want what he thought would become factions to be able to control things one way or the other. But what do we have today? We have fucking factions,
Factions and only factions.
Yeah. So it kind of didn't work out, so we should change it because it's doing the exact opposite of what it was meant to do now.
It's funny, you go online and to any public forum, and then once Trump's name gets dropped, then it's like, oh, well, liberals this, oh, you're alt-right, oh my gosh, right-wingers this, left-wing that. I'm like, guys, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind if we talk about individual politics?
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll talk about the big, and we're not going to get too deep into each, but just the big ones. So I'm a big fan of, I'm not a big fan of. I know someone's gonna be like, oh my god, he kills babies. I'm pro-choice. But I'm pro gun ownership.
Yeah.
Apparently, you gotta pick one or the other. So I'm like, no, you can get an abortion and then go buy a gun, or vice versa.
I'm probably the same as you. I'm definitely pro-choice and pro-gun ownership, but make it harder to get a gun.
Oh yeah, make it harder to get an abortion. Make it harder to get a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I own 2 firearms. I walked in. They gave me a piece of paper. I wrote on it. That's my background check. They ran it. Took about 9 minutes. I walked out with a gun.
Yeah,
with it and ammunition.
That's way too easy.
But I have a stellar background.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't take into account my history of mental illness. Because I have road rage.
Don't we all?
It's documented. Luckily, I don't carry in my car yet. Just because it's
Do
probably
you
a
have
bad
your
idea.
your concealed carry, or?
I do not. However, to carry a gun in your car in Colorado, you do not need a concealed carry permit. Because your car is considered an
private
extension
property.
of your home.
Gotcha.
Yep. You just can't brandish it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, if you get pulled over, like...
You have to tell them.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you can also tell the police, like, you can look all over my car. You can't look here, here, and here, though.
Oh.
Because it's, you know...
That's pretty
an
cool.
extension of your home.
That's when they bring in the drug sniffing dogs. And then they, like, use their little clicker to make him, you know, activate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I smell something. I'm like, dude, I've never done drugs my entire life. I guarantee there's nothing in this car. But my dog alerted, so you're going to jail. Find me the drugs. Not the ones that you just pulled out of your pocket either. Find me the drugs that were there before. And I want body cam footage too in my trial.
Your trial.
Taking your ass to trial. Try me. All right, gun ownership. Abortion. What's another big one? Oh, how about open borders?
To a point, you know?
Okay. A good argument that I heard was a country is defined by having borders.
Yeah.
So if we were just open borders and anyone comes and goes and it's just free space, it's like no man's land.
Yeah.
So you can't claim any property and, you know, anyone can claim your property.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. However, I have a few friends that are, I want to say, grandfathered in.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the DACA, DACA, like the dream, whatever. I forget the rest. I don't know what it stands for. But they were brought here as children from Mexico. And they've built these great lives. They're not criminals.
Yeah.
But they're still not citizens. And they're actually in fear of never being citizens, depending on how Trump votes on this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Trump doesn't vote on anything. Trump has no real power.
It depends on how the Republicans are going to handle this. I say we build the Canadian wall. I like Mexico, so that's fine. Build the wall. Build the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that much. I feel like...
I hate Saskatchewan.
Obviously, just don't let anybody in. There should be some sort of, like, test for, like, temporary citizenship.
Okay.
You know? Like a trial period, you know?
Well, you should almost be on, like, probation.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you have to check in, show us your pay stubs, or show us that you're going to school.
Yeah.
You know, something that you're contributing. You're not just coming here and sucking welfare.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Which happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And before welfare became a thing, families were thriving. Single motherhood was at an all-time low. Because once, you know, dads start leaving, chicks get on welfare and they live off of it.
Yeah.
I know a lady that has like 6 kids. She hasn't worked a day in her life in like the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she's just getting welfare. Yep. I've known people like that.
I was looking through to find like a list of the amendments and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like a summary of this year's ballot. And they offered profiles on our 2 congressional
Candidates,
thank you. And I'm like, wait, there was like 4 candidates.
Yeah, but no one pays attention to anybody other than the Democrats and the Republicans.
I'm like, who's in charge here? No, you can't just show one. You got to show all of them. I ended up writing in my friend's name.
Yeah.
That's a wasted vote.
Probably.
He probably only got 1 vote this
Yeah,
year.
they're like at the little like very bottom is like so and so less than 1%.
I would love for his name just to show up on the like the poll standings.
That'd be pretty funny.
I'd screenshot that. Oh, real quick before I forget, if anybody didn't watch the end of last episode, Jats 13, Go check it out. I was able to figure out the video editing software in order to insert a photograph.
Oh, nice. So it's
Yeah.
up.
So go check it out.
Nice.
And unless you've seen it on our Facebook already. Because it was the Jackal knot.
It was pretty good.
It's kind of fun to look at. Just knowing like what it's made out of and how it came to be.
Right? Just total random crap in the back.
It worked.
Turned into a helmet.
And we came in like 8th place at the costume contest. You know why? You know why we lost?
Why?
Because it was a rigged democratic system. That's why.
That's true,
It
actually.
was rigged before I got there.
Yeah. So why who was more popular or who brought more people with them?
Well, it's whoever had more campaign contributions to pay for people to show up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And we all know who had the most campaign contributions, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Probably advertising dollars from that popular podcast. Boo.
Thumbs down.
Boo to rigged elections, not boo to podcasting.
And not to their podcast either.
No, I still listen to it.
I heard an interesting, it's kind of a theory, but it's also, they're doing it overseas somewhere. Where, I forget where, but some town, they don't have like a town government anymore. They just picked 10 random people, and that's their government.
I feel like I've heard of that, but I feel like that was more of an ancient.
No, I heard about it.
Grecian
It's
kind of thing.
been happening fairly recently. I was listening to a podcast the other day about it, and that
How's that working?
they say it's actually working fairly well.
Okay.
Apparently, like, this group's goal is to not so much do away with government entirely, but have government as it is, and then also just random people, picked, and they're like not even in the mix, but like they have one like random people government and the regular government, and they work together.
They do their own checks and balances.
Yeah.
Amongst these two groups.
Yeah.
Are they kept anonymous, do you think?
I don't think so.
Because that's what scares me. Because then it's like...
because then it's like every 2 or 4 years,
they're
out. Gone, and you just refresh.
See, that's scary, because like, what if you pick a bunch of idiots?
I mean, that's
Which
the likelihood of that is high.
That's 90% idiots.
I feel like when we were listening to the podcast, we were driving, and there was some idiot on the road. I'm like, and this is why this scares me the most, because this person there
There goes our senator. There he is.
There
Just
goes
cut me off.
There goes our governor.
So,
Driving
why that's
40 in the left lane in a 65 mile per hour.
Does he not listen to this podcast? We have rules and regulations, people.
Rule number 1. You drive slow in the left lane, you can get hit.
How about this? If you catch somebody driving slow in the left lane, you get to do a citizen's arrest and execute them on the spot.
Wow, that got dark.
Oh, no, sorry. We'll take them to trial. And they are ineligible to be on our anonymous government selection, our government lottery. We'll say, hey, is it true in 2016, June 8th, you were caught, there is video evidence, sir, you were caught driving slow in the left lane, and Jackal was behind you trying to pass. You are now banned from the government lottery. Take your welfare and go home.
Here's something funny. I feel like I think you and I might have talked about this, but I've definitely talked about it with the missus.
Okay. Oh, missus.
Yeah, she's always missus.
Oh. You guys are married.
Let's say we find like another planet that's inhabitable.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked me like, would you stay or would you go? And I'm like, well, I would go. And then we got talking about, because I'm like, you know what we should do is we should, send all the smart people there. You have to have a certain IQ level,
okay,
to even be eligible to go to that new planet. And if you have less, no, you don't even get the option.
All right.
So I'm like, that's what we should do. We should find a new planet, populate it with the smartest of us, And leave all the idiots here to, drive slow in the left lane.
Leave all the idiots here to ruin home base.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hearing right now is if all the smart people
Either
leave,
that or ship all the idiots away.
everyone else is dead. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
How about this? We find an inhabitable planet. We have Earth, and we find an uninhabitable planet, and we send all the idiots there. We'll say, hey guys, you guys chill on the moon. We're going to Mars, and the rest of you, Earth's free game.
Yep, have fun.
Have your bipartisan elections. We're out. Bye. Yeah, I'm voting for a monarchy.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be the king of the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yep. There's gonna be a lane specifically for me.
Just the King's Lane.
The King's Lane.
King Shark Lane.
And it's like, you stay out of the King Shark's lane or you are beheaded.
We're going back to medieval times, huh?
It worked.
Off
For
with
a
his
while?
head.
Yeah. I just want to say that once. And then I'm like, oh my God, you guys actually did it? I was joking. Why do I need a whole lane? Just stay out of the left lane. Well, you guys built the lanes? Oh my God, how much money did you guys spend? You could have brought Toys R Us back with that money.
No.
Idiots. You guys are going to the moon. Get the rockets. These guys are moon bound. They built the lane. I was kidding. I was obviously
just a
kidding. They
joke.
built the lane. All right. Yeah. Okay. If Jackal pays big money, I'll let him use the lane a little bit too.
I'm not paying shit to you.
No, not to me. It's
Oh.
the monarchy.
Oh, I'm not paying shit to the monarch.
It goes to my palace. It goes. I pay my people. So it's not going to me. I don't make any money. I just live for free.
Maybe I'll go start my own monarchy somewhere. Then we can
Hey.
have battles.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Battles for the left lane.
We'll get your moon army and we'll get my Mars army. But I wish this podcast was a little bigger so that we could start calling people like, yeah, that he's a moon person right there.
Right?
Like, what do you mean? Like, don't you listen to Jats 14? Yeah. What's another big issue that people vote on or have opinions on? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about this. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Big story here. A lady came to my door, not petitioning, but she was handing out flyers for Jason Crow, who is the Democratic congressional
nominee
guy. He's running against Mike Kaufman.
Gotcha.
I don't know if
How
you
long
know
has
either of these
Mike
people.
Kaufman been around? I feel like he's been around forever.
Yeah, I've heard that name a lot, especially on these attack ads.
Yeah.
So he must have some real dirty laundry.
Is there a term limit in Congress, or can you just keep going and going and going?
That is a very good question. I feel like there is. I just don't know what it is.
I think a lot of them go to the Senate and then
Uh-huh.
Congress just to
Yeah.
double their time.
And just, now I'm gonna jump over here. Oh, well, now I'm gonna jump over here. all my friends are still here. Oh yeah, so the lady comes to my door talking about Jason Crow, and I said, okay, what are his views on marijuana and religion?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I don't know on either of them.
I don't know.
But I took that as a good sign. I'm like, the fact that you don't know is probably good. Because if he's not like throwing his religion down your throat, then it's probably not that important to him.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting for the day that we have an atheist candidate. Because that's how you get the vote. You're like, vote for me. God bless. And then, you go home to the moon. The point, I'm a big fan of keeping state and church separate.
Okay, yeah.
So if you start spouting that shit when you're doing your little, your little party get-togethers, your rallies, I say, nope, off with his head.
Yeah, well, I don't think I got a person who's going to go to a rally anyway. All these people that go to rallies, they're exactly the same as the person that's holding the rally.
That's fair. They're the people that vote partisan.
Exactly.
They're like, oh my gosh. vote for Hillary. And they're like, no, vote for Trump.
Do you know that if Bernie Sanders would have been the Democratic nominee, he would have won? That's what the polls. They polled
I
people
may
after the
believe that.
election. They're like, if you could have chosen between Trump and Bernie Sanders, who would you have chosen? And
Is this after the fact? Now that all Hillary's like,
no, this was probably like a month or so after the election, maybe
Okay.
2. You know,
well, I hear that the DNC kind of did Bernie dirty.
they did.
I just don't know how.
I forget, but yeah, they definitely were. Clearly wanted Hillary to be the nominee.
And we see
There
how
was a
that
really
worked out.
interesting theory while all this was going on. They were like, you know what they should do is Bernie, if he loses the Democratic nomination, he should go run as an independent.
Oh, okay.
But, he was like, no, I'm going to support my party. But I'm like, he should have done that.
I don't know why he didn't just stay in it then.
Well, after a while, you don't have the choice to stay in. Like, when you get
See,
down,
that's dumb.
because I'm pretty, what is it? Don't they have, like, actual, pre-elections to determine who the
Uh-huh.
nominee is? Yeah.
Yes.
And by that point,
But by that point, Hillary was winning.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people changed their vote after the fact.
probably.
It's like, well, Hillary didn't win, so she's probably scum. And then,
She
I
is
would have voted
scum.
for Bernie. Would you have voted for Bernie?
Yeah.
You did. You
I
would.
feel like he would have made more change than either of the other two.
Okay, he was more of a renegade. Than the
Yeah,
other two.
and that's what I'm really looking for is like just some change. Like,
But isn't Trump
we
kind of changing the game
kind of, but
in terms of how to tweet?
he doesn't know how to tweet. His tweet game is strong.
He knows how to type a tweet. He doesn't know how to use any tact in the tweet. Zero tact. Why doesn't he have a professional tweet writer?
We talked about this before.
Like that
Yeah.
Pittsburgh shooting?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote some stupid shit. And I'm like, no, guy, just say, my heart goes out to the families involved. That
Yeah.
period?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't need to be, yeah. He's way too involved in everything.
But what's funny is, even if he had said something like really nice like that,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, oh, well, he must have had someone write that for him. I'm like, come on, people. Like,
Well, yeah, because his past track record doesn't have nice things. Yeah.
yeah, see, I didn't really know much about Bernie while he was running. All I hear about is, only thing I know about Bernie is socialism.
He was definitely more of a socialist kind of guy.
For a lot of people, that's scary.
Yeah, but again, what we're doing is not working. Maybe we should go at least
But-
try something else.
But who's it not working for?
Anybody?
Because I'm a capitalist through and through, and it's working great. I work for my money. I earn my money. I spend it how and where I want. Except that the IRS fucks me.
They really do, yeah.
However, if we made more money, we would get more fucked.
Which is bullshit.
You don't think that's smart? They have more money to spend, so it's like all right. So let's say you make $50 million a year, and you're taxed $25 million.
Yeah.
I would be irritated. I'd say, okay, I earned that money. However, does it affect your quality of life that you lost $25 million, but you still have $25 million?
No, but again, it goes back to that. I worked hard for that money,
Right.
However,
in a socialist economy, can you earn that $25 million to begin with? That $50 million to begin with?
Maybe.
Or do you
Might be
get
hard.
taxed even more heavily to pay for all the socialist networks? You have socialized medicine, socialized education.
Yeah. Those are good points.
This is stuff to research because I don't know. I don't actually, because we'll never leave a capitalist system in the U.S.
Yeah.
We have, I'm told, we have I haven't researched it. We have the strongest economy, strongest economy, and that's because we are capitalists. However, some socialized healthcare would be nice, or put my wife through my fiance through college for free, please.
Do you still believe the U.S. is the greatest country on the planet?
Yes. I am a patriot for the U.S.
But why? Like, what's...
All right, here's why. I walked into a store and I bought a gun in 9 minutes. I go home and I have very cheap and clean water at my disposal. I actually urinate in the water and then I flush it. I urinate in clean, cool, filtered water and then I flush it down the drain.
But a lot of countries can do that.
All right.
You can buy a gun in a lot of countries too.
Yeah. I have my choice of vehicles. I have my choice of where to spend my money.
I think a lot of other countries have those too.
Yeah. I can pick my job, and really there's no cap on how much money I can make. There's a lot of countries that have that too.
Same way in other countries. Yep.
All right. I can walk into a doctor's office and be seen nearly immediately.
But then you pay.
You pay up the ass.
Yeah. You can go to a doctor's office in Canada and get seen immediately, and
There was a guy who needed some kind of surgery. He flew to like Spain, and it was cheaper to fly all the way there, stay there, do the surgery, and fly back than it was to do the surgery here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because...
What? You paid like $25 for an aspirin, and if they give you 2, you're paying $50.
Seriously. You're like, oh, you need an ambulance ride to the hospital to save your life? That's $5,000.
I was thinking $1,000.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just being dramatic here because it's absurd.
$1,000 for an ambulance ride, regardless of length of time in the ambulance?
Yeah.
Regardless of distance driven?
My brother separated his shoulder a few years ago, and the place he was working called an ambulance to take him to the hospital. Yeah, it was like $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
and for a separated shoulder. That's all it was. It'd be like, oh no, don't do that. I'm gonna call somebody to come take me to the hospital, save me $1,000. Why would you do that?
Call me an Uber, you idiot.
I will Uber to the hospital, you fuckhead.
Was it you and I that were talking about the medical lift? Or like the medical Uber?
I don't think so.
All right, that might have been my friend in Vegas. The point was, depending on how bad your injury is, like we would start like a medical-based Uber/Lyft system.
Okay.
For emergencies, and we just take your ass to like the nearest emergency room.
Okay.
Now, if you're bleeding all over the car, that's a different story.
Like you're gonna need an ambulance.
We need professionals to.
You need a ambulance.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah, we're gonna need a real ambulance on this one. Yeah, he's bleeding out. I don't know. Someone shot him. They bought it. They just bought a gun. They didn't know it was loaded. Yeah, it only took 9 minutes. I know. It's the greatest system in the world. Yeah, we're digressing here. Can you come and save this guy's life, please? Okay, thanks. Sparkle hit her head. After a blood draw, she fell, passed out, hit her head. The hospital bill was $6,000.
Jesus.
And that was that we had to pay. And that involved like CAT scans, MRIs, X-rays to make sure she didn't have any internal bleeding in her brain and stuff because she had a head, contusion.
Yeah.
And then we had to stay overnight. It was non-negotiable because in the middle of the night.
That's just them being like, oh, we want to make more money off you.
Thank you. It's like, am I paying by the hour here? What the hell? So we tell the nurse, hey, we want to leave. And she's like, oh, well, if you leave, your insurance won't cover any of this. And I looked it up and it was true.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm fine.
I can go.
Bye. I'm walking. See you. Thanks
them
for the
trying
help.
to cover their own ass too.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens and you're like, oh, well, they let us leave.
Yeah. It almost makes me wish something did happen so we could sue their asses.
But back to the whole thing about America being the greatest country or not. Did you ever watch?
Also, sorry, let me just interject.
Mm-hmm.
I've never experienced anything else, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Have you ever watched the opening scene to The Newsroom?
You showed me that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still might be the greatest scene in television history. If you haven't watched it, go look it up. Like,
What about when Betty strips on Riverdale?
I haven't watched Riverdale.
That's not the greatest scene in television history.
I haven't watched Riverdale.
Sparkle, no, I don't like her. She's not even pretty.
Oh yeah, but seriously, go watch that scene.
Oh,
Spitting truths everywhere.
Jeff Daniels.
I like Jeff Daniels.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to give more info. So the
Mhm.
show is called The Newsroom.
Yeah, it's called The Newsroom.
So go look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's
Subscribe
very,
to Jackal and the Shark
very open.
while you're there.
Very first scene of the whole series. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing like a monologue on the air. Oh no, he's
No,
part
he's
of
in he's like a
debate.
Q&A.
Yeah.
It's like a Q&A kind of deal.
And he's
like,
throwing it down too.
yeah, because he doesn't want to be there. He's like,
Yeah. Can you name a better system?
I mean, I haven't really researched other countries' systems,
Me
but
neither.
it just seems like they're all doing better than we are.
Well, check this out.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Well, what about like the Scandinavian countries?" Because that's when everyone. Whenever everyone thinks about like a better system, you think of maybe Norway or Sweden.
Yeah.
And someone made a point. I don't know how true this is. I haven't seen the numbers, but they say so. Like Sweden, I know has socialized healthcare and education.
Mm-hmm.
But the question was, how long will that last? Because
if it's working, it'll probably last a while.
if it's working,
Yeah.
but it's like, where are they getting their money? And I would think there'd be less. So like, if I'm thinking about socialized healthcare, I'm thinking there will be less qualified people because they can't charge stupid ass amounts. So it's like, here you charge 15 grand for some kind of dumbass plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Over there, I mean like an actual required surgery, maybe like a
Mhm.
skin graft or something from you're a burn victim.
Yeah.
Over there, you have a less qualified person that only charges, what they have to charge per their menu of charges. I don't know.
But what makes them less qualified? Like,
Because, okay, so let's say me, if I were a Swedish doctor,
yeah.
I would want to go make as much money as possible. That's more of a capitalist society because you're not going to make shit in a socialized healthcare field.
Yeah. But then you get the people who actually are like in it because they want to actually help
'Cause they
people,
care?
not because they just want to get rich.
Have you met anybody that cares in your whole life?
Not really. But they're out there.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee they're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. People by nature are generous and nice.
Yeah. But they're
That's
also,
a study.
by nature, they're also greedy and
Yeah. That's just
selfish.
through civilization. We've become greedy and selfish.
yeah.
And that is great in a capitalist society because I'm greedy and selfish. Yeah. November 6th is your vote date.
Don't vote. Take a stand. Take a stand against the man.
Vote on the amendments and stuff. Do you remember amendment? I think it was 64. Do you remember that?
Which one was that?
Marijuana
Oh, I
legalization.
totally voted for that.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, Jago? Have you tried to buy a house in this market now?
I bought one last year.
Have you tried driving with all the Texans and Californians on the streets now?
Unfortunately.
Have you tried driving in the left lane with a stoned Texan?
Unfortunately.
Jeez.
Well, that's a business to get into,
It was.
Well, no, it still is because all these other states can start following suit pretty soon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nationally, it is
Nationally,
a great
yes.
thing to do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because who just legalized it? Oregon?
I think it was
Washington's
Oregon.
had it for a while.
There's like I
California.
think there's 3 or 4 that have like legal recreational use,
Right.
and then another like 6 or 7 that have
Medicinal.
medical. Yeah.
Right. There was an amendment or proposition to increase the taxes on state marijuana, and I said yes. I was like, hey, if you guys can get your tax money out of their pockets and not mine, I'm all for it.
Yeah, because they're making bank. You know that, especially when it's all cash.
Oh yeah, it's like how much do they actually report?
Exactly.
That's why if you're a money launderer, you get into the recreational marijuana industry. You start selling hemp oil. And you don't make it in your basement. Jeez. Apparently it causes a lot of house fires. these idiots trying to like.
I could see that. It was everyone and their mother's trying to make it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a crack at this."
It's I guess maybe like garage breweries are easier, so do that instead.
Yeah.
To make your own strains of marijuana. Oh, well, this one tastes like donuts.
It all tastes the same though.
It's like how do you know?
It all smells the same.
I put donut glaze on it. It's my own brand.
Put donut glaze. Well, what I do is I mix in pieces of donut with the weed.
You know those little 6-packs of donuts at the gas station?
Yeah.
I chop those up and I rub them on the weed.
So somebody listening to be like, "Oh my god, that's a good idea.
Oh my
Let's
god,
try that."
I'm gonna do the powdered ones, man. Yeah, they are.
I don't have a problem with people that smoke weed.
Do I have a problem with people that smoke weed? No. Do I have a problem with people who smoke weed then enter the public? They enter my life. Yes, I have a problem. Because you are under the influence. Reaction times are slowed. Memory is impaired. Cognitive function is at an all-time low. And that has nothing to do with drugs. That's just because people are dumb.
Like if you're dumb, the weed makes you dumber.
It's from all that secondhand exhaust from everyone's vapes.
Don't get me started on vaping.
My friend bought a Subaru.
I bet.
And
You
everyone's
love
like,
that.
"Oh, you're gonna start vaping now, bro?"
Seriously, the douchiest thing you can ever see is someone sitting in front of you and then just a big plume of smoke come out.
Yeah.
You're like, what a douche.
Nice Subi, bro. Nice flat brimmed hat. What are you sponsored by Monster? Is that where you got that sticker on your car? Huh? You sponsored by Monster?
I don't have a problem with vaping
Oh,
necessarily, but vaping just everywhere, anytime is really stupid.
I was somewhere. I feel like I was indoors and someone was vaping. Maybe at like a movie theater.
Maybe.
And I'm like, guy, I don't want to suck in cigarette smoke just as much as I don't want to suck in your fucking vape exhaust. Well, it's just water vapor. Okay. Blow it somewhere else. Take your ass outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. It still has an odor, regardless if that odor is delicious vanilla.
Some of the odors, some of them do taste pretty good. You're like, oh, that smells so good.
Can you blow that in my face, please? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it tastes just like donuts. How did you get that? How did you make that scent?
Crumbled some pieces of donuts in my vape.
Well, it's actually not e-liquid, bro. It's actually like melted donut glaze. Okay, bro. God, you don't even vape, bro.
It's 10% nicotine.
Yikes. Yeah, nicotine should be banned. We should put like a 30% tax on nicotine products.
Seriously.
Including vapes. Tax everything that I'm not
I don't use.
Yeah. It's like don't tax soda, tax coffee, tea, Starbucks in general. Coffee, vegetables, or coffee, tax vegetables, tax books.
Don't tax Wendy's at all.
Whoa!
Wendy's is tax exempt.
Yeah. And I get free gift certificates.
Because I started this.
Nightly. What else don't I use? Oh, the right lane.
You beat me to it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he is exempt from any toll road. He stays in the left lane where he should be. Yeah. What else you got?
I think I'm about ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
I got to run an errand.
All right, don't forget to wrap it up.
Yeah, always.
Wink, wink. If you know what I mean. Durex. Shout out to our sponsor Durex, who's
Trojan.
never
Why Durex? Not. We should go with Trojan.
You know what? Trojan ends with spermicidal lubricant. Can't go wrong. However, use them in moderation because the lubricant can cause discomfort and other.
Went a whole. This went a whole other way than I thought it was
I'm
going
just
to.
saying, I have researched my wraps. Don't forget to get that new donut flavored vape.
Or the
E-liquid.
donut flavored weed.
Just rub some wind chills
Courtesy
on
of
it.
Jackal
some
and the Shark
Krispy
coming
Kreme.
soon.
Don't forget to pick up your Jackal and the Shark merch.
Coming soon.
I really hope it does. What that requires is just us buying merch and then hoping someone wants to pay for it.
Yeah, but we can wear it around.
We're definitely
Can
wearing.
we be like,
Jackal
oh,
and the
that's a
Shark
cool shirt.
shirts.
Oh, really? Is we can buy one.
I'm gonna put little Elvis wigs on us
For
Christmas.
I
We'll
like it.
discuss this later.
Okay,
Do
okay.
not say
do
yet.
it. Okay.
We're gonna have a musical guest in December.
They're huge. They sold out Wembley Stadium last year.
They sold more tickets than the Jags,
Yeah.
my home team. I'm doing better. Oh no, sorry. I'm not. They're doing better than the Jags. All right, wrap it up. Trojan ends. Hit it. They have a reservoir tip. Pay your taxes, I guess.
Don't vote.
Vote. Don't listen to Jackal, man. Okay, hold on. Vote for the small stuff where your opinion counts. Don't vote
But you
by a
can't
partisan.
pick and choose what you no. You have to fill out the whole fucking thing before you can
Oh,
be
yeah.
done.
Actually, you know what they say? If you don't want to vote for something, leave it blank.
Hmm.
I read that somewhere.
Gotcha.
It will not be counted as something, but they will count your other votes. Boom.
Still, don't vote.
Don't forget to spay or neuter your pets or other wild animals that you come across. Not by yourself. Obviously, take them to a professional.
Mommy,
Take them to a socialized pet.
Mommy, I found a mountain
hospital.
lion. Can we neuter him?
That's our fourth neuter this week. Where do you keep finding them?
The doctor's like, 2 more and you get 1 free.
They have a punch card. And then you get a free vape pen. All right, give me one more word of wisdom and then we'll close it up.
As always, don't get butt raped.
Oh, yeah. Classic Jackal. We'll put that on the back of your shirt.
I got to do that. That'd be awesome.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. I'll see how much it costs. But kids, remember, most importantly, the left lane is for passing. Good night.
Deuces.